Hi guys, welcome back to the Heathwargaming podcast. It's me and myself and I and Fire Lord, whatever, Death God Daddy. Andy's here as well. Hi Andy.
The nickname is actually Fire Wizard. I'll tell you how I get that.
Go on.
It's a quick story. I was at Alton Towers once, spent a lot of time at theme parks, and I was walking past the dungeons area, and some actor just started calling me the Fire Wizard and bowing down to me, and it just freaked me out. And then one of my other mates got me a T-shirt with Fire Wizard on it, and yeah,
That's brilliant.
that's me Xbox name. And
Yeah,
stuff,
when we were watching the Discussing the Resilient podcast last week, and I'm always in the comments, and I seen Fire Wizard. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Andy. Let me just text him, see if he's watching. And obviously we were. And then we're just like little schoolgirls. We were texting while both watching it. It's quite, if anybody ever sees it, it's quite embarrassing actually. But in this episode, we want to talk to you about Lords of War, where we've recently just got back from a teams event.
Yeah.
Which our team surpassed every expectation I had. We had some incredible rounds.
Yeah.
I also had one shit round. Coincidentally, the first round, which is a bit shame to get a bit of a bad taste. And then it's funny because the more I started speaking to other people, the more other people are like, you played him, how was it? And then because they don't want to be like, oh, he's a bit of a nightmare, they ask you first. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh, I didn't really enjoy it. And he's like, I knew it. Let me tell you about him. And then I'm not going to mention any names or anything because it's absolutely unnecessary. But basically, we get to Saturday morning.
Yeah.
We obviously get there, whatever.
We already knew we were playing, didn't we?
We already knew because obviously pairings have been up.
Good team.
Very good team. Some, was it a Carnage player?
Not sure.
Or Ignite?
I just knew you guys were like, oh, this is a good team. And I'm like,
yeah, so
I'll just play the man in front of me. I don't really know.
So, yeah. So it turns out, did we win that round?
They've classed it as a draw, haven't they?
Yeah, but I don't care. We won 51 to 49, which is classed as a draw. But we're having the moral victory because I should have absolutely destroyed my opponent. But, meh. So I went against a Grey Knights player. Andy, what did you go into?
Yeah, I went into God.
Oh.
A 4-ruble Dawn tankless God.
Which, how was it?
It was a good game, actually.
What did you score?
I won. Well, it's technically a draw, but I won 85 to 79, something like that.
Which would take a dub, mate.
Yeah.
I lost, but it was no, I did actually lose 12-8. This dude pulls out
10-10.
This dude pulls out a chess clock at the start of the game, considering I've only got 14 models and he's got less than me, really.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. He's got a bit more. A couple of Dread Knights, a couple of units of Paladins, whatever, just a generic list.
Yeah.
First turn, mate, he picks up his Insectors and deep strikes them within 6 of both units of Scouts in my home deployment. Wow. Shoots them and charges and kills them both. I know, right?
There's your scoring units.
Yeah, they're gone. And then he ties up 2 of my tanks, so I've got to stand there and shoot him.
Mm.
But he says to me, we won't need this chess clock because it won't take that long. Proper convinced me, like, it won't take that long. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like super chill. It's first game, just easing into it.
Yeah.
We've just been travelling for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I just want to have a steady game. Oh, mate, he filled me with so much smoke.
I hate that.
And then had the audacity to, after the game, be like, we haven't finished. Hang on. First of all, my army plays in 10 minutes. All I have to do is move my tanks.
You only have a shooting phase. You don't have a fight phase, do you?
Every time at the end of my turn, mate, I'm talking 25 minutes of him picking what units are going up. He slow played me. I've never lost to a slow play before. I will now always use a chest clock if I think it's going to be ropey. 25 minutes at the end of my turn, pick up 3 units or 2 units, whatever it is, and I'm like, oh. And then it was all right for first an hour or so, but then all of a sudden, we've got 40 minutes left, and it's his turn 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's too late.
And then I'm trying to rush it out because he's got hardly anything,
don't you? Yeah.
because he's hardly got anything left because I'm just shooting him as well.
Yeah.
He's like, no, dice down. I go, dice down. You've slotted turn 3. This should be over. And he ended up winning 12-8 because obviously the guy who run it, which by the way, great lad once again who run it.
Oh, Bob on.
Great event. Loads of space.
Yeah,
How many? There was like 100 odd people there. Mate, yes. I could comfortably, like, I don't know, like, what's it like? You had so much space around you, like you were never asked to ask for anybody. And you could fully like rotate with your arms out and not
even
touch
on
anybody.
the last round when you're on the ends of the table.
You still have loads of room.
Yeah.
So we come across, he was like, I'm sorry, gents, like, hard dice down now.
Yeah.
And we were trying to talk it out, and then I'm like, I'll tell you what, forget it. We'll just call it at the end of round 3, which sucked because if I had another turn of scoring, I'd have actually won. Yeah. And then another 2 turns of scoring, if it gone to turn 5, I had all the board presents, mate. And he was just getting, and he was trying, every rules query I questioned was wrong. He was trying to deep strat within 6 Terminators, and I checked the strat, and big bold writing, it says excluding Terminators. After he'd already put them down, and I'm just checking what the strat is. So then, hang on, move these Terminators can't do it. Oh yeah, of course they can't. This isn't your first time playing Grey Knights. Do you know what I mean? I know you've just told me you've been playing Grey Knights for ages, and you've done loads of events with them. This isn't your first time playing Grey Knights, so don't act like you can't not deep strike them within 6. And then, to be honest, towards the end, I'm just like, I'm so mentally drained from watching every movie made because everything was always a little bit too far moved. Or which, for a Grey Knights player, you shouldn't be moving them far because you get deep strike anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
But that was a big one, trying deep strike within 6 when you can't. And it's like you trying to do it with your Death Guard. You know better than to pull any jank like that. So that put a really bad taste in my mouth. But we ended up taking a win, but draw 51 to 49. The rest of our team did really well. Terry with his Tiger Shark was just like mowing shit down. He played the Shamble Rot, the 120 Poxwalkers.
Yes.
And the Breaches were just coming out, mate, and picking up a unit every turn.
Crazy.
The Tiger Shark come in and was just annihilating stuff. It's good to see Terry doing well. He went 4-1 over the weekend, which for him, he's been in a bit of a drought, so it seems like he's back on top. They've had new detachments as well, haven't they, Tal?
Yeah.
So I'm sure we're bound to see them at Boltstorm on Saturday.
What did Alex go into?
Alex went into Necron, Silent King.
Oh yeah, and the Tesseract
and the 2 Tesseract table lamps.
He did well to go into that. I did not want that.
Well,
I was talking to the Guard player who I was playing, and they wanted me go into the Necron.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God I didn't do that.
Go into that.
Still had to deal with them 4 Rogue Dawns.
We did very well with pairings over the weekend. Well,
and then Ant went into Emperor's Children, wasn't it?
Yeah, so Ant's a great player. Sometimes, unfortunately, our pairings fell. He had some unlucky pairings. But blood for the Blood Guard and all that. He pulled out some blinding plays, mate. I know he lost all 5 games, but he's probably the reason we won the rounds.
Yeah, he never had a bad loss.
He never had a terrible mate. It's dividends because we all know he's a good player.
Yeah.
And it shows even against all odds. He can
still
sort
pull
of
result
scratch.
out.
And Ant's I played Ant a couple of times. He always batters me.
I've never beat him.
Yeah, but he's so unpredictable.
Yeah.
I feel like I can read the situation, what's going on. He'll throw his 6 into advance for the fun of it and be like, "Oh, that's interesting," and then suddenly I'm just getting.
He's
pegged.
charging you.
Yeah, suddenly I'm just like stood there getting. That's 20 saves at ep.5. What? Suddenly,
So you didn't have a very good first game.
No,
I had a really good first game.
everybody else did. I just felt sort of gutty because I'm drained after checking every rule was wrong,
Yeah.
and he was slow played me.
No, them games are terrible.
Yeah.
I had an issue with 2 big units of Bulgrin at -1 damage with my
Oh.
2 damage Death Shroud.
Oh.
So we had a tar pit in the middle of the board with 9 Death Shroud and 12 of them just
Oh no, just
bouncing
slapping
off each other.
4 up in as well on that, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's gross.
So it was, but he proper nice guy.
So then we had a bit of snapping. We went Tesco, didn't we? Which was the biggest fumbles
Oh
ever.
my god, yeah.
Because we
We
were
lost
walked
the
around.
deli sign.
Yeah, we lost.
It just disappeared into the sky.
So we were walking
what?
towards a deli and then suddenly walked past it and then could not find it.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't a deli as what I was
No,
expecting.
it wasn't.
But just more of a meat counter. I'm like, oh, that's terrible.
No, it was
So I ended up eating some boneless chicken breast out of the pack, which was really sad.
just a bag of
And then I
dicks.
brought 2 cheese pasties, which I didn't eat because my gut was playing up. But going into game 2, what did we have game 2?
I had Worldiers.
Oh, we played Friendly Fire.
Mm.
Massive shout out to Friendly
Yeah.
Fire.
They had good team there, man.
We well, you played. Do you know who he's number 1 in the world? Worldies player.
I could tell. He's a great player.
He did get you with a bit of a stinker, though, didn't
He was a dead nice guy. Like
he? Yeah.
he,
They all were, all the team.
yeah,
Before we'd even rolled the dice, I was already bantering with them all.
yeah.
I played. Oh, and I'm so sorry, I can't remember your name.
I can't remember anyone's name.
Oh, I feel dead bad because I've actually been speaking to him on Instagram as well.
Have you?
I did a post and like they were dead thankful. An amazing team. They all got sick beards and tashes, and I just felt like
the Tashies were good.
I just felt like I felt like I wasn't a man because I'm just looking across and all of our team got beards. All of their team got beards, and here's me, baby face, who can only grow hair on my 2 moles I've got on my face.
Oh, wow.
So I played a Black Templars player and had an amazing game. I won like 16-4 or something. I did let him take back a couple of things, which would have made it a massive win, but I didn't have to feel like. So on GW terrain, I set it up where I could get 2 ballistics through this terrain. He didn't see this 5 in line, and it was to his impulsor with a massive unit in it. So, of course, being a gentleman I am, I'm like, just move that impulsor, mate, else you're going to lose all of that for no reason. So he tucked it behind, and it was a fantastic game. Mate, I couldn't stop laughing. The whole team was amazing. They got cool shirts, haven't they, as well? Those flaming shirts were gangster. Took all pictures with him. That's all up on the Instagram for anybody who wants to see that. It's bugging me that I can't remember his name. You played Aiden, didn't you?
Yes.
Aiden Gilmore. Number 1 Worldies player. What did you score?
He beat me 16-4. Yeah.
He scored 4 points, so. It's only a 20-point difference, really, at 4 points. It's not like he's absolutely destroyed you.
Very good player. He sort of knew what was going on all the time.
He played around your fights first, didn't he, as well?
He did, and he caught me out with a strat reserve as well that tied up all 3 of my bloat drones.
Oh, that's naughty.
That's yeah.
Yeah, because they blast, so they can't even shoot into combat.
Yeah, he did well there, and that took like the anchor out of my list. And then I did an emergency.
Have you got the BCP app? Oh, you've got the BCP app, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you pay for it?
Yeah.
Well, you get up, you can see past events.
Can you?
Do you want to have a look?
For what?
Just to know what that dude I played name was and pairings.
Well, so yeah, I did an emergency because it's been FAQ'd now that you can't with the Death Shroud, you can't do a 6-inch rapid ingress anymore. Whereas
did they change it or FAQ it?
They've changed it. You can't do it now. But it was a bit rules as written. You could do it when we went to teams.
Yeah.
So I had to do that to prevent the charge, and then that gave him a 9-inch charge.
Did you make it?
He made it.
No.
And yeah, my whole left flank fell apart then. I had to do it. We were laughing about it because he was like, fair one, you had to sort of do that.
Yeah.
and it just went wrong.
It's wank though when you have to
Just went wrong.
pay a CP for rapid ingress and then lose them in his turn. It's just like, oh.
Yeah.
But if they were still there though, the slapback could have been huge.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So you've got to risk it.
Yeah.
Can you do it?
I had my phone on airplane mode because I'm 1,000 years old.
So
I'm just doing
I genuinely can't remember what his name was, and it's going to bug me because he was such a he was Australian, mate. That phone's going mental. Yeah, he was Australian. They all live in London now. Fantastic team, absolute gents to play against. I just can't, for the life of me, think what his name was. But he was playing Halbrecht, and then a couple of Ballistices, a Lancer, the Sword Brethren, mate. The Sword Brethren were making the Judicar damage 3. Damage 3 on a first Judicar. It was just filth.
There's no names on there.
Is there? Yeah. So, if you go into... Well, I've go into player placings. Friendly fire. So, Luca. That was it. So you played Aiden, Sab, Luca, James Brown, and Waleed. The Tash game was on.
Oh, mate, it was
on point. So if we just go,
Aiden had his like hooked up. Like.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So we go into. I'm just going to look at the pairings on here quick. So round 2, Bolt Storm, which is obviously us. Ant lost 13-7. Alex won 11-9. You lost 14-6.
Yeah.
I won 15-5. And Terry pulled out a blind you against Custodes.
I got 14-6. I thought it was 16-4. I'll take that. Wasn't as bad as I thought then.
No, it's commendable, isn't it? So round 3 then, we go into... Oh, we went into TFG.
Yeah.
And we got bombed.
I need to apologise to the guy I played. I was so salty about my dice. And I was just like, oh, the game's over, the game's over. He's like, don't worry about it. You'll have a big swing at the end. And he was right. He was right.
So we were the high-scoring players that round. I was the high-scoring player, scoring 10 points. We drew, and that was a high scoring.
Was it?
Oh, mate,
I knew we'd lost.
We'd lost it 73-27.
Oh.
Terry got 20-0 by Jonathan Clark.
Going back, I think I should have gone into that.
Should have gone to the mirror.
I think I still got 20-0'd, but I maybe could have got 2 out of it.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think Terry knew
what was going on.
What he was doing.
Ant lost to Ben Hockey in Tyranids. Uphill fight for that.
I don't mean Terry don't know what he was doing. I mean he didn't know what his opponent.
Yeah.
With that brand new detachment, like.
Pretty clear. Alex lost to Tom because he was running Gilliman into his monster mash, which Gilliman wounds him on 2s.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I played Imperial Knights, and I made the biggest blunder of my career. I put a Tech Marine next to a wall.
And he charged you through it.
And he charged me to it. And it was my Warlord.
Oh, 5 feel no pain.
And he gave him all 5 feel no pain. No, sorry. He moved through the wall for a strat and melted my Tech Marine and handed him something like 20 damage or something.
Oh.
And I'm like, 5 feel no pain. And
5 up changes it, doesn't it? I found that out in game 5.
Mate, I went from elite, just like picking stuff up, to just not being able to. He was just popping the 5 ups and halving all my damage. I'm like, oh. So I ended up drawing a 10-10. I'm not lingering on that round any further because
I went into CSM.
Yeah, which
I shot 2 bloat drones. This is the same profile that you one-shotted a Lehman Russ with one of them. I shot 2 of them into a 5-man unit of legionaries and didn't even do a wound.
That's brutal.
Oh. So that's D6 plus 2 and blast.
No, that's including blast.
No, D6 plus 2 and blast.
Yeah.
So it's a minimum of 4 shots each, and I did no wounds. And I'm hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s.
That's horrific.
And I was like, what?
That's terrible.
And he was doing this play that's a good play, but it's really pissing me off. He was behind this little L, right, with 5 legionaries, and he'd come out, kill something, and then jump back behind the wall.
Huh?
They've got a strat in that thing. If you're not in combat, you can move.
Oh.
And so my flesh mower drone was stood the other side of the wall. He was an inch off, so I couldn't charge him. I didn't have the movement to go round. So when I staged to get him the turn after,
That's got off. I don't know what to do.
he just jumped in front of the wall, killed me, and then jumped back behind it again.
Oh, that's filth.
Do you still need this?
I was just talking about pairings, really. You can have it there if you want.
I don't care.
So, going into round 4 then.
New day.
We were feeling a bit, I don't know, spirit was a bit down. Did we know the pairings?
We did.
Overnight?
We did, yeah.
Oh, we did, because we were saying, and pairings went pretty well, to be honest.
To be fair, they're not getting home till like nearly 10 at night. It was like, I can't be bothered. Look at that.
I know.
I got to be back up for 6.
6 for leave. So I drew Astra Militarum, which I was dead happy with.
Yeah.
You went into the mirror,
the Death Guard mirror, yeah.
Which, what a game. Alex went into Custodes, Tau went into Black Templars, 20-0'd him in about 10 minutes. The Tiger Shark flew over and was picking full units of 10 up in Overwatch.
Yeah, I don't think that guy knew what was going on with that, did he?
I mean...
He seemed pretty triggered.
Yeah.
To be fair, I would have been like, but I think on the pairings, we got them right, and they struggled with
I think, obviously, I did pairings as well with everybody commentating.
Yeah.
I think we nailed pairings.
Yeah, because, I was talking to the Death Guard player about it, and he was sort of their team captain, I think.
Yeah.
And because this is Black Tower
going
into it. And he was saying they'd have preferred a few of the matchups different.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, they did. Well, to be fair, they probably didn't want... So they never wanted Black Templars into Tau.
No.
Because one thing Tau can do is pick up elite units.
And Marines.
Chaos Demons, they probably wanted into me, to be honest.
Yeah.
But...
I didn't want to play that Demons list.
Nobody in our team wanted to play Guard.
Or the Demons.
So
I'd already played that Guard list the day before.
So I took Guard and got a 10-10, which, to be fair, I had some terrible dice rolls. Like we all have that game where we have terrible dice rolls, but that game was just unbelievable. Like wounded on 2s with a Vindicator, 6 hits, 2s to wound because it over moment. In like 3 wounds through 111, I'm just like,
yeah, it's just...
it's gone off again. Doesn't matter anyway. So he was a bit fast and loose with the rules as well. The Guard player I went in, and there's a particular moment where I made Andy piss himself because I called this dude a cheating bastard, not like nasty or anything, because he was trying to shoot me with Canis Rex and tell me that Canis Rex was a 72-inch range. And I'm like, no. Come on. He's
24.
He's 24 or 36, depending on what's what. So I'm like, I know it's 24. No, it's 100% 72. So you've been playing it all weekend like that? No, I haven't. I said, you have. You 100% have been playing it at 72. You cheat, like, jesting, like, you cheating bastard. And he's like, I haven't. 100% you've been playing that at 72-inch range. Because nobody just like, Canis got a massive gun. Of course, it's 72-inch range. No, do you know what I mean? So obviously, I had a fantastic game against him. I just thought it was funny because I didn't mean it as like a nasty thing because we were laughing about it. But let's talk about your Death Guard game, mate. Because Andy's renowned for terrible dice rolls, and we said this last episode. And I mean some horrific dice rolls, and somehow. This dude was out-shitting your dice.
Yeah, Dan. Yeah, top guy. We were talking about it during the game, and I said, if I was getting the dice you were,
Oh
I'd
yeah.
have been triggered by now.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's best to just sort of move on. And I'm like, mate, you're doing so well to just
Keep
be
it
dealing
in.
with it like that.
He was interesting. He took -1 to hit against you, didn't he?
He did, and it actually came up a lot
So
more than I
much.
was expecting.
And he sort of has that influence if you go into a Death Guard mirror again.
It does. And I noticed in the Death Guard Facebook group over the last sort of week or so, people have been sort of leaning more towards -1 to hit.
Well, I think with Death Guard, especially though, if you go into a mirror match, you're either putting them on invulns or you're overkilling them. So making well, do you think going into Dash Round, it's AP2 4-up saves, or you're going into Poxwalkers, it's AP2. You go into a bloat drone, it's AP2, it's 5-ups. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is,
So if you make yourself -1 to hit, you're making yourself more survivable than your opponent.
definitely, yeah.
Which what he was saying wanted.
Yeah, and he was running the detachment where he had the choice, so he could change at every battle round.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, that's their detachment ability.
What, a switch between the contagions?
Yes, each battle round, yeah.
Is that quite strong?
Well,
it didn't really come up, I suppose, did it?
no. So I played 2 games against Ant with it, and
I'm sure you've played it against me.
I
Maybe
noticed
once.
that I just tended to just stay in the -1 save, and I was like,
You're not getting an army rule then, though.
No. But then I've been looking back at it, and if you choose to go to the -1 OC towards the end of the game, it's probably going to be more impactful when there's only bits of units knocking around.
Yeah, flipping objectives.
Yeah. I think if you sort of just before the game remind yourself that and sort of go, right, turn 5, I'm just going to do -1 leadership, OC, and movement, because you might stop them from getting on the objective.
Yeah.
Because if you already
minus movement's tasty, isn't it?
because if you already own the objective's kicking out a 9-inch aura as well, not just your units.
Ooh, it's interesting.
So if they've got a 6-inch movement and they're 7 inches away but 9 inches away from you, the objective's giving them contagion instead of you. So there's still reduced movement and they won't get onto it.
No. Oh, that's very interesting.
So but the problem I've had with the games that I've had, the game's already been so much over.
Yeah, before that can kick in.
Yeah.
Made nods.
I've either been rushing around trying to kill stuff and not thinking about it, or it wouldn't have made a difference. But I think every now and again that could pop up, and the flexibility of having that.
Yeah.
And there's an enhancement in there called Final Ingredient.
That's gangster name.
Yeah. That if you pull it off, you get 2 contagions anyway in that unit.
Oh.
Yeah, which is nice.
-1 to hit.
And you pick the other one, yeah.
Gross. Wow.
But yeah, it was interesting to play against that list. We played on WTC, and it was that one where you could shoot the home objective of the opponent, which for me was fine because I had sticky objectives.
Which way for him, he couldn't hold it, could he?
He could, but he had to leave his demon prints on it.
With low not.
So then I forced the middle, and he came forward with his demon prints. So I dropped down 3 Death Shroud and the Lord of Contagion. They just got rid of the demon prints, one-shotted him. And then I just stood down his home there, on the middle. I tell you what, though, the Plague Marines with the Plague Caster giving sustained hits on shooting. Oh, my God.
Sustained on lethal?
Yeah.
On 5s?
On 5s.
Oh, my
mate.
God.
And he'd kitted the squad out for full shooting. The Death Shroud and Lord of Contagion just melted. Gone.
No way.
Luckily, the Lord of Contagion got back up.
Did that make you want to try it?
Yes.
Because you said this before, you missed the Plague Marines, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, the list I ran, I had the Fights First guy instead of the Plague Caster with the same points, so I could literally flip them out. But
a good player should never, will never let you use your Fights First anyway.
No.
They'll always play around it, so...
Well, I tried that against your Dark Angels the other day, didn't I?
Yeah.
Try to get rid of that before you used it against me.
But, yeah, and it worked.
Yeah.
because Andy slapped me about, and I put in the I texted him the day before saying, I need you to bring something horrific. Blood Angels it was.
I thought it was Dark Angel.
No, Blood
Oh,
Angel.
Blood Angel. I don't know why I thought it was Dark Angel.
So I said, I need you to bring something filthy because this is what I want to take to Glasshammer when we thought we were in Glasshammer. And he just brought this list, and I'm just like, oh, cool. Couldn't do anything. He just charged me with all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm just picking up units like left, right, and centre.
It's just really efficient at scoring as well.
Yeah.
I got good secondaries as well, to be fair, though.
Yeah, I got
9 on turn 1.
Yeah, which
9
is unheard
points on
of for
turn
you,
1
really.
is crazy. Alex got a 10-10 draw with the Custodies.
Oh, yeah, by the way, that Custodies player.
Yeah.
So, the only thing I have to say about this, I had a good game against my opponent. Everybody seemed relatively happy. The only little downside is they set the terrain up, and they set up a Rubin 4 inches away from the edge of the board. And then Alex drew extend battle lines or secure.
Right.
And they measured his base and he could fit through because, no, sorry. So it was a 5-inch gap. They'd set it up, they measured it all 5 inches. So his Great Unclean One could move through it.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody was like, no, they're 4 after the game.
Right.
Which, by the way, Alex is going to strat to move through the wall anyway.
Right.
But he was just kicking up a fuss for no reason. It was like 4 points, which, because they drew it at 10-10, it made it no odds, nobody go up and down.
Yeah, you needed
it was
5.
just like, you've been on proper jobs with over irrelevant. And he was sort of being like dead nousy towards Alex. And I was like, hang on, he's done it on purpose. First of all, you've set the terrain up. He's playing to the terrain. He's done nothing wrong, really. That's the only little bit of caveat. But other than that, yeah, we ended up winning that round, didn't we?
We did.
60-40. For you guys who don't know, all teams events.
Yeah, it was 60-40. Yeah.
WTC, you score, instead of 100 nils or 100 points, you score 20 nil or 10-10. And it goes off every 5 points, you get a point differential. So if you win 20 nil, you've lost by 50 points, basically. And then going into the final round.
Yeah, so we got 2 draws, 2 wins, and a loss that round.
I think we did really well. I would say, I mean, we come 7th out of 20 teams, which is the top 35%. Is that right, statistically? In the top 35? 33 would be 21.
Yeah.
So something like that, which in the top third cut, I'll take happily.
Yeah.
Our team did well. Terry was just absolutely dominating people, which was fantastic. We had some really good matchups. Going into turn 5, we had a bit of Miver, didn't we, Andrew?
That was only just a draw this round, wasn't it?
And if you want, but if you wanted to clock your mate, so
aren't even talking about it.
Yes, we are. Yes, we fucking are. We won't mention his name, but just know. Any of you know about this damage to sweep on a Lancer will know exactly who I'm on about. Do you know they took that stream down?
Yeah.
Oh, of course it was on that podcast.
Yeah.
So the famous damage to sweep Lancer.
Brilliant. Poor Plague Marines that disappeared to it.
Yeah. So Andy played a notorious bloke who's known for being I wouldn't call him a cheat. I'd never call anybody a cheat. But being a bit fast and loose with the rules, weren't they? Over moving. Andy, what were your words to me? I got sick of calling him out.
Yeah. It's just long when you have to watch their rules.
I know.
I'm there to have fun. I know it's competitive.
No, but you are. No, ultimately.
It's like, I just want, like, if they get something wrong where it's like they tell me it's AP3 and it's AP2 and at the end of the game we find out, I'm not that bothered about that. We all miss stuff like that. But when you moving an extra 3 inches with a base that's already 6 inches wide, it's like, what's going on here?
He was playing Imperial Knights and famously played Aiden the day before on stream.
Yeah, it's been taken down, shocker.
Yeah. And
so that should tell you all that you need to know about the game I had.
Andy gave him a run for his money, didn't
I tried, but the score didn't reflect that. He tabled me, to be fair. I had a drone and a foul blight spawn left.
To be
in
fair,
Turn 5.
he could have been telling you anything.
I didn't like what he did at the end with the score.
Oh,
I
so-
added it up wrong.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that was,
he submitted the wrong score for his team, for him, to give it another 2-point swing in the round to make it a draw. And then we like, no.
Well,
And
you came and asked me, didn't you? And I was like, that's not the score.
So because obviously doing the podcast, I've tried to get Andy, like we said, scoring on the app so we can go through it.
Never done it normally, but I've been practicing.
Yeah, but it's good because without that,
Yeah,
we'd actually not know.
Yeah.
So he added himself more points on at the end, even though he's bad enough that he beat him, adding himself points on. And then it was like, oh, sorry, I've added it up wrong. Mate, you're fucking 40 years of age. You're only counting ones and tens. It's not like rocket science. Use a calculator or do what we're doing and use an app so you can't cheat. But unbelievable stuff. And the problem is, I'd already got a massive bad taste in my mouth because one of our good friends over at STG Gaming had already warned us about him being a bit dodgy. So it doesn't take me much for not like somebody.
Plus, there'd been talk that morning about a yellow card for somebody, and it looked like it was going to be him.
Yeah. So it was.
Also didn't.
Yeah. But regardless,
I tried to make the best out of it.
Yeah, and I was really like to Andy, like, please don't let him, like, because Andy's a great player, and I'll say this to anybody, he knows Death God like nobody I've ever played against. I didn't want him to dictate what's going on, because people like that often will be like, I'm doing this, this, and this, and this, and you can't do this, this, and this. So we'd already got the heads up, so I'm like, Andy, please, don't take any bullshit from me. If you've got any queries, pardon me, if you've got any queries, just ask him. And then what? Every time you queried him, he was wrong. Every rules question was wrong. He was moving his models too far. Just everything was just... And I just remember him walking across to me and being like, I'm sick of telling him. I just want the game to be here. I'm sick of telling him. Me, on the other hand, had a fantastic game against Louis Slater. And I'll name him because he was an absolute gent. I've got him on Instagram. I'll tag him in this video and obviously send it him. Playing Emperor's Children. Bit of an uphill battle for Emperor's Children into my tank list, because my team's list is 2 Tech Marines, 3 Ballistices, 2 Gladiator Reapers, 3 Predator Destructors, 1 unit of Scouts, I want to say, and then 3 Vindicators. So, unfortunately for him, all his stuff's AP1, Strength 4, unless he starts... He'd have had to kill 5 things to get lethal hits.
No, he's not strength 6 or something.
Strength 10 on the weapons. But they were tucked the 18-inch range. They were tucked in his deployments going scared. Yeah,
because he's dead if he comes out, isn't he?
So he was making his Rhinos Predators. Firing deck 2, 6 shots, strength 10, AP 2, 3 damage, ignores cover.
That's nice.
Actually kind of really tasty.
It's a bit like the Plague Buzz, isn't it?
Yeah, the Plague Buzz, the Party Buzz.
I'm so tempted to bring that back.
You should, just for banter.
Yeah.
But I had a fantastic game against him. Now this dude could roll some dice, but not in a good way.
Oh shit,
mate. Let me tell you the best moments, and he'll remember if he watches. He charged me with a Demon Prince, whiffed completely.
What, on his free? Yeah.
Yeah, whiffed.
Mortal wounds.
Completely whiffed. I shot it in my turn, dropped it to a singular wound, right? Fight phase comes. It's over momented. Fight phase comes, he hits me, nothing. 3 attacks a Vindicator gets.
No.
3 attacks a Vindicator gets. Strength 6. Hits on 4s. All 3 hit. I looked at him. It's fucking on. It's on, this is.
Oh no.
3 wounds. 4 ups. All he's got to do is not roll a singular one. He's got no CP.
Oh my
Nothing.
God.
Mate, he rolls a 1 and it just dies in front of the Vindicator. Oh, it was glorious.
I couldn't take that.
Mate, every opportunity he had, he was just like whiffing dice rolls.
Oh,
But that was just amazing. Watching that Demon Prince die to a Vindicator's shield was just, mate, I was so erect. I was like knocking my own models over. Mate, it was just beautiful. Do you know what I mean? It was just like, but all I kept saying is, I'm so, like when you feel about, I'm so sorry, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
He had these tiny little, like, 12mm dice. And they were just awful to roll. Yeah. Every roll, it's just like 1s and 2s. And I'm like, I said to him, do you want to roll my dice? Because
share dice.
He's like, no. Because we share dice, don't we? Which makes, by the way, for you guys watching at home, if you don't, me and Andy do this now where when we're playing, to speed the game up, we use the same dice. So instead of being like,
if it's 6 wounds, you just pick them 6 wounds
6 dice up and
rather
shake
than
them.
6 new ones and take them ones out the tray.
It's actually a really fast and good way to play.
Much better.
I don't think I could ever go back to not playing like that with you.
It's a lot more fluid, isn't it?
It's just great.
Yeah.
And
not that either of us cheat, but the dice are already in the tray. Well, so no one's putting any extra. Your
opponent, I was warned about him rolling down buildings all weekend. Oh yeah, this is a wound. And then they checked. No, it's not actually a wound, but because he's rolled behind a building. So good little tip for you guys as well, which I always use. I always use a tray. Comes out of the tray. Don't count. It goes back in, which breaks my heart when you roll a 6 out of the tray.
It goes to 1.
You roll it in the tray to a 1.
It does go the other way around as well, though. But then you always feel like your opponent's watching you then.
I always feel bad when it goes out the tray and it's a 1. Yeah. And you re-roll it into a 6. It's like, that's a wound.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you've re-rolled that. But like, as long as you're consistent.
That's it. You can't have a problem, can you?
But overall, I had a fantastic weekend.
It's really good.
We went KFC at dinner time on that Sunday. Banging. And we nailed it, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate.
We were all in high spirits then, weren't we? For the last round?
Yeah,
Because to be fair, at that point, although they were classing one of the rounds as a draw, we were 3-1 effectively, weren't we? So we were like buzzing.
It's a personal standpoint. What did you finish overall over the weekend?
77th.
Did you?
Yeah.
What did you go wins and losses?
2 wins, 3 losses.
That's not too bad, is it? In a team setting, because
it's the same. I've done 1 major before, and it's the same. Then I did 2 and 3 there.
Glasshammer.
Yeah, I did 2 and 3 there.
Yo, mate.
Let's not talk about it. I seem to get paired into some fucking
I went 4-1, which you take. I absolutely take that.
Terry went 4-1.
Terry did really well.
Alex must have got close to that.
Oh,
as well.
Yeah.
I think he only lost 1, but I think he had a draw or 2 as well.
Yeah. He got battered by the Space Marine player with the Gladius and Vindicator spam.
Is that double oath?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's impressive.
Fucking double oath. Who needs double oath?
I love double oath. I'm looking at it going.
6-inch death shroud is fucking horrendous. Double oath isn't.
Double oath on tanks is just a bit amazing.
I'll use these 6 tanks to kill that oath, and these 6 tanks to kill the second oath.
But
great. I've just
summary of the event, mate. What do you reckon?
Brilliant, mate.
Apart from last round, you didn't really have any jobs with, did you?
No, I had it wasn't too bad, but I had great games. Good venue, loads of space.
The venue was great. And the little treat, he was attached to a gym. So we felt like, right, lizards, when all of us walked in amongst all these gym people. It was like mixed vibes. They also, the second day as well, they must have like a...
badminton tournament or something.
Yeah, something like that. So it's just dead busy. But
load of them kept popping their heads in, didn't they?
Yeah, see what's going. What's all this dice talking?
Why are all these grown men playing with toys? Shut up.
So shut before you get the chop hand.
Yeah. Get rebriefed.
But it was plenty of space. I did enjoy that. I was gutted. I wanted to play on stream. I did. Obvious reasons. I love playing on stream, but we need to stop streaming again.
Yeah.
We used to have so much. I used to love people just taking a piss out of your dice.
Thing is, I don't mind that because they were probably thinking, if his dice were average, he'd probably be winning though.
If his dice were average, this guy would be like #1 in the world. But it was. I really enjoyed it, and I'm glad I got my rough game. You're bound to get one. Aren't you? There's always one.
We came back buzzing, didn't we? And we played the day after.
Yeah, whereas usually if we've had
we need a few days off, don't we?
If we've had a long weekend warhammering, we're acting like it's like a serious thing. But if we've had a couple of
it's draining.
Oh, it is.
Like I used to do fitness competitions for anyone who don't know me, and this is way worse.
Oh, Andy's. I always call him like Jason Statham because he's like, and it's so funny. He's like, "Do you ever call me that?" Like the gym owner. So this is Andy all over, right? I'm just sat here writing lists down for the podcast, and suddenly Andy's got a picture of Rick Ross on the towel. He's like, "Yeah, I met him in America." What? This has never come up ever. He's like, "Yeah, I know people." I'm like, "This is him all over," because he's just come out with random shit all the time, or just funny stuff you'd never think of. But that, mate, when I see that you and Rick Ross, I'm like, "How is it? Like we've been friends for years. How has this never? This has never come up ever." Andy all over that is. It makes me laugh. You can't eat cheese unless it's on a. In fact, I'll do this tribute to Andy. You can't eat cheese unless it's on a pizza.
Yeah, I'm weird.
Oh, it's just so funny. I remember when I first started coming up his house to play on a Thursday night. God, how that's just flew.
Yeah.
I asked him for mayonnaise for my dry pasta because I'd finished weeks like, mayonnaise in my house. Oh. It's so mint. Like, I don't know, mayonnaise. What is that? Oh, but yeah, God, it's come a long way, hasn't it? God, we used to play. Oh, mate, it makes me cringe how we used to play.
Yeah, I don't know if I could go back to it.
I could never go back to non-competitive.
I can do like what I would probably describe as casual competitive. So play competitively with a casual list.
Could you ever go back to not using tournament terrain?
No.
I could never. I could never go back to narrative terrain ever in my life. Because one of you is getting absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
If you take a gun line and the board's a desert,
oh my God.
and you're playing against orcs, and you say, "Oh, it's a barren desert with a couple of bits of ruin." Wait, if tile go into that, it's over in one turn.
Yeah. I suppose narratively though, you try and I don't know. You could
because you still only play to 2K. You've got to get across the board, ain't you?
If you were doing a narrative game and turn 2, you're like, oh, half the orcs are gone. You could sort of just put a house rule in and go, well, two orc units can come back every turn.
Yeah, we used to play with. It was terrain, not like UKTC or WTC terrain. It was just terrain what looked good. We used to mirror the board, so it was somewhat even. And I've got serious PTSD because I painted a dreadnought up, a Redemptor dreadnought, and you might not remember this. And I spent all week painting it proper job.
Oh yeah.
And Andy's Space Wolves have got long fangs. Well, they used to have long fangs, which used to drop in a drop pod and just one shot it first turn every game we played. I painted that dreadnought up, and to this day I've never shot that dreadnought.
I remember the first time you used that, the Redemptor, but the combat one.
The Brutalis.
I did that to that as well.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm not bringing him.
I was like, I'm not having that touch me. That looks nasty.
God, that was when I brought That's when I brought that box.
Oh yeah.
And I texted Mrs. I was like, I'm just buying this box, and she's like, yeah, no problem.
It's only a $5.
And then I get home, and she's seen the price tag of this box, and she's like, oh, because warm is expensive.
I was getting abused by my kids the other day for buying that Space Wolves box.
Oh, in the shop as well, which was really funny. But Anyway, let's round the episode off. Thanks to everybody who's watched and listened to these. We've had some amazing feedback. Do all the goodie bits like, share, comment. We love reading your comments and feedback. We've got some big things coming up as well soon with new sponsors for the channel. I don't really want to give the cat out the bag yet because Andy hasn't seen it, and I won't get his reaction to these things. They are crisp, and they'll synergize with Andy's armies way more than you think they would. It's not like groundbreaking or anything. It's just
It better be now. You proper heart to.
You'll just be dead gassed about them, like I was. I've not seen it like this before.
By that you mean I might smile?
Yeah, you might crack it. You might crack like when you're walking past somebody and give them the head nodding.
Yeah.
You might crack one of them. But we're actually playing in the morning, aren't we?
Normally poker face.
So it's currently 10 to 11, still filming this, and we're playing at 9 o'clock sharp, aren't we?
I've got to run at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, you madman. I feel rough as hell as well. So I need to make sure I'm up and out. So that'll be good. If it's any good, I'll get some pictures and stick them up in the video as well, so you can see Andy batter me again, because I haven't won a game against Andy.
Space Wolves tomorrow.
I'm bringing in some sort of Marines. I'm still not.
Still not locked
this
in.
week, like every break time and every time I'm in the toilet, like obviously going for a shit. All I've been doing is writing Marine lists, and all what happens is I write a Marine list, change one thing, and I'm building another. So basically, I've got a Marine list for like 12 different Marine lists, but in reality,
slight variation.
In reality, 95% of the lists are the same.
Yeah, I get that.
I'm looking forward to it, mate. So yeah, cheers for watching, guys. Next week will be another podcast. I'm really going to try like discipline, but obviously life gets in the way. I want to get these done every week because that's the key to getting people involved and interactions. I want to get people, and we've had some amazing feedback already, so I'm super chuffed. So yeah, cheers guys, cheers for watching. I'll see you later.
See you later.